Smoke gang. God bless and great day, everybody. God bless and great day, everybody. Thank you, Father God. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for another blessed day. Y'all already know it's King T420 SEC, and this is Smoking with the King. That's how we get down each and every Friday, 4:20 Eastern Time. For all y'all who don't know, I appreciate everybody for joining my live. I definitely appreciate everybody for fucking with the King. Everybody who know me, y'all know I do a verse. I do a couple Bible verses before I actually start the show. That's just to kind of align people with the show and what the show is to talk about, and you know what direction I'm going in with the show, right? Things that we have to do to keep our viewers and our followers updated and posted, and you know the things that we have to do. So how everybody day going today? I hope everybody having a blessed day. It is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. And I hope everybody's feeling good. Got great spirits, positive, got good energy. Yeah, it's that type of day. You feel me? So with that being said, y'all read the topic, and I came up with that topic because I'm kind of sort of tired of the back and forth between men and women. I'm kind of sort of tired of the, is it his fault, is it her fault, is it her fault, is it his fault? I'm kind of sort of tired of the men and women we haven't been able to connect. So I'm like, damn, this topic finna hit hard. So I went and found some Bible verses that go with the topic. Not only do it go with the topic, but it breaks down my view and where I'm coming from when I ask the question to the topic. So, without further ado, let me hit the blizzy one more tizzy, and we're going to jump right off into the readings. So, the first scripture today, coming from the King James Version, comes out of Matthew. That would be Matthew 7, 3 and 4. And it reads, "And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye?" Connect was good. Apple user was good. Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye. So that's the King James Version, and I know a lot of y'all definitely didn't understand that one. So I definitely got the NIV, and even after I read the NIV, because it might be a little complicated for some of y'all to understand that as well, I got a breakdown for you. So let's rock with it, right? So the NIV version goes, why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck of the sawdust out of your eye, when all the time there is a plank in your own eye? Right? Y'all with me? Right? So, all right. Let's just go with the breakdown, right? Because those two verses, to be honest, I'm gonna tell y'all some truth. Those two verses are the verses that kind of sort of keep me in line as a grown man, as a human being, as God's child. You got to pay attention to those verses. I'm finna break them down for y'all. Watch this. The breakdown of these the two verses I just read is so cold. So, right? Let's go first with the mote versus the beam, right? So a mote is literally like a tiny speck of sawdust. Literally like a tiny speck of sand. Literally like smaller than a tiny pebble type shit. That's what a mote is, right? While a beam is a whole plank. It's a whole piece of wood sticking out your eye, right? So you complaining to your brother about the mote, but you not even thinking about the fact that your brother looking at the whole plank hanging out your eye, right? So it be things like that we don't realize. But let's continue. Jesus is showing how quick we are to notice the small flaws in others while ignoring the big flaws in ourselves. Again, we can tell our brother, like, yo, you got that speck of sawdust in your eye. If you come over here, I can help you clean that shit up, right? But at the same time, we telling our brother about the sawdust, there's literally a whole plank hanging out your eye, because you not perfect at all. None of us are perfect. We all God's children, but we all still walk and pray to not walk in sin, right? So with that being said, how can you be upset with the sawdust and the little speck of sawdust in your brother's eye, but you not upset that you got a whole plank hanging out yours? You mad at him for the little sawdust, but you're not mad at yourself because all the messed up stuff you got going on yourself. You understand? So instead of self-reflecting, right? Instead of turning to your brother and saying, yo, it's fucked up, you got that speck of sawdust in your eye, it's real fucked up, and you acting shitty, you not letting me take it out. Before you can say that to your brother, you should first look in the mirror and be like, yo, I need to fucking figure out a way to get this fucking plank out my motherfucking vision, because this is some fucked up shit. Right, and that's what it's really leading to. That's what it's really saying, because as quick someone is to judge someone else, that same person is also quick to jump to defense when someone is judging them. So we have to think to ourselves as a person, how quick to defense am I when I'm taking constructive criticism, right? So if you quick to jump to defense when it comes to constructive criticism, then you shouldn't be the person that's criticizing no one else. And the reason why is because you don't like to be criticized, correct? Correct. So again, how can you tell your brother about the speck of sawdust in his eye when you ain't talked to no specialist about the plank hanging out of yours, right? So that's that part. Let's move forward, right? Y'all know I like to move forward. I don't like to have us stuck in no spot. I like to gain and learn knowledge the whole show. So let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. All right. While ignoring the big flaws in ourselves. If both sides are blind to their own issues, there if both sides are blind to their own issues, there can never be no clarity. Meaning, because I got another verse that I'm gonna read that's gonna break off into that a little bit more. But if everybody is steady pointing out the sawdust in everybody else's eye, it'll never be no clarity because nobody is really trying to go and look in the mirror and get an understanding of do they got sawdust in their own eye. They too busy pointing out the fact that everybody else got sawdust in their eye. They don't want to take accountability for the fact that their eyes might not be perfect as well. You see what I'm saying? So you have to pay attention to things of that nature and how people move around you when it comes to things like that, right? This is what is called self-examination. Before judgment, sometimes it's not that the other person can't see, it's that we refuse to see our own mess first. Okay? So again, for the breakdown, it's not that the other person don't hear you saying, yo, I can get the speck of dust out your eye. It's not that they don't hear you, but they looking at you and they like, well, how the fuck you gonna get the speck of dust out my eye? Well, you ain't got the shit out. You got a, nigga, it's a plank hanging out your eye, nigga. Somebody should do something about that, right? So that's what it be. People will look at you like they can hear what you're saying to them and they can understand what you're trying to tell them, but they looking at your situation like, you probably not the best person to be talking to me about this. Like, I'm sure you probably not the best person to be talking to me about this because look at your situation. Not understanding that you're in the situation because you done been through what they're probably about to go through. You understand what I'm saying? So, again, no judgment. If you don't want a person criticizing you, don't be the person that's criticizing them. You got to always be straightforward with them, just like you want them to always be straightforward with you. You got to always be on the up and up. If you don't want a person talking about you or telling you your flaws, you can't be the person that's always jumping in their face trying to tell them about their flaws. Otherwise, again, there's no clarity. Nobody can hear anything because everybody's just pointing out everybody else's flaws, right? Come on, we're going to move forward. Okay. So the next verse I got, King James Version, 2 Corinthians 4:4. Interesting. Let's see what this verse talking about. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the lights of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. I know that one got a lot of y'all lost. That one had me a little lost, and I love the King James Version. So we're going to go to the NIV, and I'm going to read it from the NIV. And after I read it from the NIV, I'm going to do a breakdown. So listen, y'all know my show is all about knowledge. It's all about information. So please keep up. All righty. Going to the NIV. 2 Corinthians 4:4 from the NIV, and it reads, the God of this age has blinded the minds of the unbelievers, so that they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. So basically it's saying that there are spirits here, regardless if you want to believe it or not, there are spirits here that are put in place to stop you from reaching certain plateaus and stop you from getting to certain areas of your life. And they do it by deception. They do it by deception. They do it by doing things of trickery, right? So let's think about it like this. Y'all know how I always scream, makeup is the devil. Well, That's kind of sort of the truth. Anything that can make a person go from looking like a man to looking like a woman and is really a man, that's trickery, right? That's deception, right? Cool. So long as we all together, I just want to keep us together so y'all rock with me, so y'all understand what I'm saying. Because I'm really finna jump off into this. I'm finna do the breakdown of the verse. Just stick with me. Let's rock. So, the God of this world is Satan. All y'all who don't know who Satan is, that's the devil. I'll repeat. The God of this world is Satan. And he uses distractions, pride, and sin to keep people spiritually blind. Now, for a lot of people, y'all will hear that word pride and be like, how can he use pride to keep me spiritually blind? Because sometimes we can be too prideful to hear someone telling us something good for us. Sometimes we can be too prideful to do the godly thing and humble ourselves and help people even though we know we're supposed to and we won't. Sometimes we can be too prideful and we can look at a situation like, yo, you should be lucky, you should be lucky I'm here with you. Instead of saying, I'm grateful that we got each other. You understand? So sometimes pride can get in the way of any relationship with anybody, no matter who you are. And that's a really big thing, right? The pride thing. The devil uses that one a lot. A lot of us don't see it, but Satan, he really used that pride thing on you. And that's why God always say, humble yourself. Make sure you come to the altar humbled. Make sure you're humbled. Be humble. Always think about others before yourself. Always think about putting yourself in the situation behind others or in a situation to help others, right? Okay, so let's finish, right? Spiritually blind. What Paul is telling us is that blindness isn't always just about stubbornness. It can be a spiritual attack that blocks people from seeing the truth, right? So again, Satan uses these trickeries so he can keep people from getting to the destination that they're supposed to get to. It may not even be the highest elevated place that you're supposed to be, but it is the next level. And he will try to keep you from getting there. And that don't matter if we're talking about a relationship. It don't matter if we're talking about a friendship. It don't matter if we're talking about a job. It don't matter if we're talking about a car that you've been trying to get, a house that you've been trying to get. Listen, you have to know the devil will step in place and he will use things to make you impatient to the point where you'll call and blow up on the people who you're supposed to be making a deal with and blow the whole deal. To the point he'll make you so impatient, you'll call your mate who in the middle of traffic who just stopped and got y'all some food and be cussing your mate out like, oh, I'm tired of this shit, I'm leaving, you cheating and this, that, and the other. And your mate right up the street because he just stopped and got y'all food, so you're a little late, 10 minutes. You understand? So Satan uses pride against us. Any sinful thought that we have, you got to automatically know. Let me just say that. Let's just get that out there immediately. Any sinful thought that we have, it definitely comes from the God of this world and not from the God in heaven. Okay, so let's say it again. Satan will use sin to get you. He will tempt you with all types of temptations to get you to sin against yourself and against God. This is what Satan does. And listen, I trust me, I'm going somewhere. It's a whole point for this. I love my community. This is exactly why I talk like this. This is exactly why I come to y'all with these type of discussions. Because this is the type of shit that we need to know. A lot of people forgetting like, yo, the devil use all types of trickeries. The devil don't come to you and look like destruction. He don't come to you and look like death. The devil don't come to you and look like something that's going to be bad for you. He don't come to you and look like something that will harm you. The devil don't come to you and look like somebody who's going to leave you 10 years in the hole when you should be 5 years ahead. He don't look like that. He look like this sweet, beautiful, sweet sounding, good melody floating through your... Listen, trickery is what we're talking about here, right? So We've all been tricked by somebody or something at one point in time and wondering like, damn, how I fall for that? Because the devil know that you finna take you about to take a step up. You finna take a step further in your life. So guess what? He trying to shut that down. He don't want, listen, when you the chosen people like that, he don't want you doing nothing right. Why would he want you doing something right? If you doing something right, that means he doing a lot wrong, right? Right, so you got to keep up. The spiritual war never stops. The spiritual battle is always going, and a lot of people forget because they are getting to a good place in reality, in the world life, in the fleshly life. They are getting to a good place, and they forget that the spiritual battle is still going on. Every day, the spiritual war is, the devil still fucking with you every day. It don't matter you in a good place. You think that you're in a good place, he will help you stay in that so-called good place that you think you in just because he know that's not the place you're supposed to be in. Oh, you better pay attention. Y'all better keep up. The devil will make you feel extra comfortable in that place that you think you good in because he know that that is not the place you're supposed to be in. And guess what? As long as you comfortable, as long as you... Whatever, nigga, go bring that bottle, nigga, I'm finna go. As long as you comfortable, you think you doing the right thing. I tell my homies all the time, anytime you get too comfortable, nigga, it's time to move. It's time to move. Anytime you get too comfortable, it is time to move. God don't work like that. God is a living, breathing, moving, constant God. You constantly growing, constantly evolving, constantly elevating. Ain't no comfort. What do you mean? That thorn in your side, my grace is sufficient. Well, some of y'all don't know the Bible. That's cool. So we're going to move forward. We're going to move forward. What I'm telling you is, it's not a time to be comfortable here in reality. You can never get too comfortable, right? All right, so what if no one can see? Neither person can see clearly due to both sides. Are influenced by outside forces. The world, temptations. Okay, yeah. Wait, let's go back. Let's okay. So, temptations, egos, and lies. Right. So, let's talk about temptations, egos, and lies. Egos and pride kind of go hand in hand, but a person with a big ego, they way more than just prideful. Like a person with a big ego, they literally think they're a step above everybody. You understand? And they think you don't work hard enough. You don't work hard enough. Your problem shouldn't stop you not knowing what you're going through because they got a big ego. They're prideful. They're way more prideful and way more boastful than the majority. And you'll look around and be like, damn, but a lot of them people doing good. You got to think about what I just told y'all. Let's back up a little bit, right? Let's think about what I just told y'all about how Satan will make you comfortable to keep you comfortable in a spot where you're not supposed to be in. So imagine this, and y'all better keep up with me because y'all know how God works, right? So imagine if you was a person who was doing all types of wrong things behind the scenes, right? But in the front on the camera, you look like, a philanthropist, right? And people giving you all these Nobel Prizes and shit like that, and you getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you find out that the motherfucker like Jeffrey Epstein. No shots, just truth. You understand? So y'all have to understand, just because y'all see a person that got money, just because y'all see a person with money, getting money and things like that. God bless, great day, brother. Smoke gang shit. I see you in here, gang. So just because you see a person got money and because they getting money and things like that, that does not mean that they're living by the laws of God. That does not mean that they're living under God's umbrella. That does not mean that their covering is the same covering as yours. You are covered by God. It may take you a little longer to hit your peak like that. It may take you a little longer to reach evolution where you got it, where you can just give. But that don't mean stop being a good person just because you know on the other side, it might be a little simpler for you, right? Because a lot of y'all will be like, shit, I'm going to go ahead, go grab this bag, and I'm going to go make a few dollars, and then I can turn my life around like that. No, because then you still adding to the nonsense and the warfare in our community. If you do that, you still adding on to the bullshit in our community. So finally, we get to this place. We get to the point. I can tell y'all the title, even though y'all done already read it. Is it you? Is it me? Or is it both of us can't see? Right? So remember, I told y'all the other verse. It was a reason for that verse. The devil will make you in your relationship with whoever the relationship is with. The devil will make you see that person as the enemy for whatever reason. He will nitpick with you and your mate as long as he can see that he can squeeze his way in there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only telling y'all this because all love, brother. It is. I'm only telling y'all this because, see, when the devil see that you have made the connection with the person that you can grow with, you can heal with, you can build with, you can be fruitful and multiply with, what is that? That's all against the plans that he has. The devil don't want us being fruitful and multiplying. He don't want us finding wives, being married, being happy, loving God, thanking God, being grateful, praising and worshiping God. That's not what he wants, right? So that's why he put all this negative stuff out here, like, no shots to nobody, don't get offended. That's why he put all this gay stuff out here. That's why he put all this transgender stuff out here. That's why he got all these people shooting at each other and doing all this crazy stuff with guns every chance they get. That's why he got people doing stuff with little kids. You understand? Because the devil wants the world full of pure destruction and chaos at all times. Because as long as he can keep the world full of pure destruction and pure chaos at all times, then he's winning. He look at it like, yeah, God gave y'all freedom of choice, and all y'all choosing to do is be fucked up like me. I love it. So y'all can burn they're burning like a fire with me, right? So yeah, again, he'll make you comfortable doing fucked up shit. He'll make you feel good doing dumb shit. He'll make you feel good knowing you over there sleeping with that transgender and you know that's wrong in the eyes of the Lord. But you're going to be like, hey, God just going to have to judge me when I get there. No, we ain't going to tell no lies and we ain't going to play no games with you around here. God judging you right now. It's already judged and done. Like, because if that's the life you choose, if you choose to go against God, guess what? God said if you go against him, he's definitely going to go against you. What y'all thought this was? Y'all thought we work for a powerful, God is everywhere at all times. Omni, literally, he's everywhere at all times. He's in the future, he's in the past, and he's right here standing in front of you right now, and you don't even know it. This is what I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all will be making decisions in y'all life and not even knowing. See, this is why I tell y'all all the time, also communication is key. Because y'all will make a decision about your mate, or y'all will be talking to one of y'all friends about y'all mate, and y'all let a nigga ask y'all up about y'all mate, and the whole time, it's the devil. Your friend didn't even really want to talk to you about that, but something gassed them up and made them want to talk to you about some stupid shit. And after they got out the car with you and went and started fucking with somebody else, they're like, damn, I don't even know why I told them that shit. I don't even know why I told her that dumb shit. Like, I should call her, but they didn't got so busy, they forgot to call, because now they busy, right? But guess what? You done fell for the okie doke and listen to the shit that they said to you, and now you done went and talk crazy to your mate, because this shit then blew you that they agreed with the dumbass shit that you was telling them, instead of giving you a real view on it. Like, nah, that don't even sound like y'all been together too long for a motherfucker to be like, didn't you tell me y'all be communicating? So if that's not right, but see, y'all won't even pay attention to the fact that some of y'all friends, not even y'all friends, they egg y'all on to do dumb shit. Yeah. Go ahead, go bust that bitch windows out. Go ahead, go slash that nigga tires, girl. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Like y'all the same motherfucker screaming, no, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to get shot at. I don't want nothing bad to happen to me. But you the same motherfucker that let your emotions take you and drive you to a place because the devil then pushed you to a point where now you forgetting to communicate with your mate. Instead of talking to the person who you actually love. And this don't just go with mates. This goes with family members. This goes with friends, your children. Some of y'all is estranged from y'all children and won't even talk to y'all kids. Some of y'all is estranged from y'all cousins and real brothers and sisters and won't even talk to y'all real family members. And y'all don't know why y'all self. Y'all literally don't know why y'all self. I forgot we had some kind of argument, but fuck that. I don't be doing that shit. I ain't worried about that motherfucker, okay? No, it's not how you do, right? But see, this is what it means when it says, or is it both of us that can't see? Because in a lot of these situations, the miscommunication don't even be caused by nothing but a misunderstanding. And most misunderstandings come from a small miscommunication. And all you have to do is talk to the person who you got the problem with. A lot of us, we get a little hot-headed fast. We got tempers, right? Real tempers. Like we go from 0 to kill and who knows how fast, right? But that's part of the problem. I'm not gonna lie. That is part of the problem because we have to learn to bring it down. Look here, man. I'm trying to hear what you're saying, and this is not, and you have to learn to talk that shit out. You gotta learn to talk shit out, or you gotta learn to let shit go. Y'all gotta stop with all this ignorance, letting your emotions take control of y'all, because sometimes it don't even be that person either. Sometimes the devil be in their ear too. You understand? So that saying you gotta be the bigger person, that don't always mean you gotta be the bigger person because you smarter. That don't always mean you gotta be the bigger person because you better. That don't mean you always gotta be the bigger person because they don't got no sense. What it means is sometimes your connection with God is a little stronger than theirs at the moment, and you know right from wrong. Stand down. Stand the fuck down. If you in a motherfucking fight and you know for sure that, listen, I can defuse this shit, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you still going forward with the fight instead of defusing the fight? Because sometimes it's not you, sometimes it's not them. Sometimes the devil didn't put the shield up, so can't neither one of y'all hear the truth that's really coming out, and everybody here just all aggression, and everybody on go. That's why is it both of us that can't see? Because sometimes neither party can see the problem. Sometimes both parties be stuck behind blinders because they be so emotionally fueled and so emotionally enraged that hearing the answer to the problem, which may have already been given, there is no hearing it now. Because I'm already on go. I done went from 0 to 10, and I done jumped from 10 to 50. So now I don't want to stop. Now I don't want to hear. Now there's nothing but fight. And in most cases, it's been shooting and stabbing and all this other stupid shit that's going on in the communities. But that's the point. Like, a lot of people not realizing that you're not even fighting a battle with the person that you fighting, right? And I came up with this topic today because I see that a lot of us in relationships, we missing each other by just a small miscommunication, by a small misunderstanding, right? So, is it you? Is it me? Or is it both of us can't see? Just a little bit of misunderstanding, just a little miscommunication, and now we both ready to go, or ready to break up, or ready to see other people, or ready to go, no, you know what, I'm gonna go somewhere else and look and see about the car somewhere else. No, you know what, I'm gonna just go and find me another job. Thanks for letting me work here. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes the miscommunication don't be nobody but the devil in order to change your life and send it in a path that you're not supposed to be on. And God will look at you and be like, now I don't want you to make this decision. This is not a decision that I would want for you. This is not a decision that I will tell you to make. But if you do choose to make this decision, it will take you a few years to get back to where you are now. I shall repeat. He will give us the option to choose to do whatever it is we're going to do. But he also going to tell you, and this is why a lot of y'all be pissing me off. A lot of y'all really piss me off. Because y'all make bad fucking decisions, and y'all know immediately when you make the fucking bad decision, nah, I ain't supposed to be doing this. And you fucking do the dumb shit anyway. You fucking do the dumb shit anyway. And like I said, because God tell us. He tell us. We know when we doing some wrong shit. Every motherfucker in here that done did something wrong, know when they done did some wrong, they knew they was doing that shit before they did it. They knew it was wrong. You had the option to choose to do differently, and you didn't. So, whatever consequences that you have to suffer because of whatever you did in the past that you suffering from now, you might not even know that you're suffering from it right now, but you do know you did some fucked up shit in the past, right? So let's expound on that a little bit, right? What you mean I'm suffering today for some shit that I did in the past? So, you sow seeds and you reap the harvest. I shall repeat. You sow seeds and you shall reap the harvest. So, if in your younger life, you did a whole lot of fucked up shit to people, right? Just being honest with you. And you did a whole lot of fucked up shit to people for a long, long, long motherfucking time. Guess what? You may be reaping bullshit for a long time. You might. I'm not God, so I can't just say. But I'm just telling you, you reap what you sow. And this is what we all know. You definitely reap what you sow. You see what I'm saying? You gonna reap what you sow. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So you should think about the things that you're doing as of right now, right? If you did a whole lot of bad shit when you was young, you need to do like 10 times more good shit to make up for all the bullshit you did when you was young. Because you sold all that bullshit into your life, and the way your life is set up right now is because of how you sowed it, all the seeds that you planted as you was growing. So now in order to fucking change, you gotta dig that shit up. You gotta go and dig up all that old shit that you did planted, all that old shit that you reaped from that old fucked up harvest. And now you gotta plant some good seeds. Now you gotta plant and water some good seeds. Now you gotta plant and water some good seeds, right? And you can't just plant and water the same amount of seeds. I'm telling you, you gotta have to do like 10 times more. Because this is how it works. Karma is gonna always be worse when it comes back around. So in order for you to recover from all the bullshit that you done put yourself through from the years before, you first have to step back and be like, you know what, I did all that bullshit, and now I gotta make up for that shit, and you gotta start sowing the good seeds, and I mean a lot of them. You gotta start sowing a lot of good seeds. You have to start sowing a lot of good seeds. You have to start helping random strangers. It sounds crazy, right? But it's the truth. See, we were all made to help one another. And when everybody hear that we was all made to help one another shit, they think that it means we was all made to help one another as in the people that we know. No. Excuse you. I'm sorry if you're a little confused. But in the Bible, There's a story about a man, a good Samaritan. Look that story up. We are supposed to be like that man, the good Samaritan. You're supposed to help a person that you don't know. If you had to, give him your last to make sure he don't die in the middle of the road. Even though the good Samaritan didn't give him his last. But the point is we are supposed to be willing to go above and beyond, not just for the people that we love, but also for people that we don't know. And I don't mean go above and beyond for people that we don't know, like pay all their bills or, go buy them a car and nothing like that. No. When it comes to people that you don't know, above and beyond means always be cordial. Always be humble in the situation of a conversation. Always be the person that's willing to be like, you know what? You got that. And back away from a situation where it may be getting too out of control. Always be the person that's willing to lend a hand if you can help carry your bag or two. Always be the person that's what it means to be above and beyond with people that you don't know. Always be willing to help. But see, we get so far past ourselves in this society, right? Because we thinking all the shit that we seeing is right, forgetting that, again, the devil is trickery. So all the shit that we seeing for real is not even supposed to be the shit that we seeing. And I'm explaining it to you. Let me explain it to you. I promise you I'm finna explain it to you. This one gonna bring y'all all the way in. You're gonna be like, damn, he right. Watch this. When I was growing up, the most sexualized thing that you will possibly see on TV was a woman's leg calf. Nowadays, on TV, they show the kids men kissing. Keep up with me. When I was growing up, in my day, they wouldn't even show us heterosexual sex on TV. We couldn't even see that in high school. But now, today, they got sex ed in middle school. What I'm telling y'all is the world has come to a place where the devil has almost put blinders on everybody. Everybody has gotten to a place now where it seems to be all the good in the world is not so good. And all the bad in the world is just not so bad. But again, in the Bible, it tells us that there's going to come a time where people are going to see things backwards. There are going to be false prophets. There are going to be people that come and claim that they're Jesus Christ and they're not. There's going to be times where Sodom and Gomorrah is going to look like it's supposed to be right again, and it's still not supposed to be right. This is not supposed to be right, the things that's going on in the world. Men, women running around talking about they hate men, they don't love men, they don't want to be with men. Men running around screaming, why do I got to provide for a woman? Why do I got to be the provider? Why do I got to take care of my kids? I never thought that I would live in a world where a man wanted to know why he had to take care of his kids. And I never thought that I would live in a world where women would think it's okay to scream, fuck men, we don't need men, and like, who the fuck? Like, I never thought that I would live in a world like that. I grew up in a house full of women, actually. And the women that were, the dudes that were around were not really family members like that. And they weren't really great dudes either. But on the flip side of that, the women that I grew up around, you will never hear them screaming how much they hated a man. They might say, ooh, this motherfucker make me so mad. Or they might say, ooh, this motherfucker, I can't wait till he get his ass home. But I never, ever thought that I would live in a world where you can hear a woman just flat out clear as day say, I hate men. Men ain't shit. They're all misogynists. All men want to beat women. All men want to use women. All men are beneath women. I've never thought that I would live in a world like this. Right? And it's a lot of y'all out here screaming these things. It's a lot of men acting like it's okay not to take care of their kids. It's a lot of men running around acting like they don't need no guidance, no knowledge, no understanding of what the fuck is happening in the world. And it's sad. This is really fucked up. It's fucking ridiculous. It's sad. It's wild work. I fucking think about this shit and I think to myself, I couldn't have been this bad growing up myself. I couldn't have been. Like, some of the shit that I see these kids do, some of the shit that I done seen kids say shit to their mothers and to their fathers that I know for sure we wouldn't have said. We still won't say that shit to our mamas and daddies right now, and we grown than a motherfucker. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Like, I done seen some shit in this new age, this new generation. This shit has went backwards. This shit is, you may as well throw all this shit away and start over. That's what God gonna do. I'm telling y'all what he gonna do. He already told us. He not gonna play with us. He gonna come back. He gonna look at it. The man is taking orders from women. The man is bending over for women. The man is bending over for men. What is happening here? Adam, where are you? Adam, where are you, Adam? Like, what do y'all think? I'm really trying to figure this out. What do y'all think? God ain't never been the type of God that told no lies. His word gonna always come true. And when he told us that it wasn't right, certain shit you just not supposed to do, certain shit you just not supposed to do. Period. So look at it like this. As a woman, you ain't never supposed to go and abort no child. Now, miscarriages happen. Ain't nobody gonna say that don't happen. But I promise you, if God put life in you, it's meant for you to have that kid. A lot of y'all going against the natural grain of things, the natural order of things, and then y'all wonder, like, why every man I meet treat me like this, that, or the other. Or why every woman I meet, all she want from me is my money, or she just be trying to use me to get me by her stuff. Because y'all not living right. The truth is y'all just not living right. Listen, everybody want to chase a bag, but ain't nobody chasing God. I will repeat. Everybody want to chase a bag, but ain't nobody chasing God. Right? God himself said, if you seek me, all else shall be given unto you. I'll repeat that again too. God said, if you seek me, all else shall be given unto you. So all you got to do is chase behind God. Look for who your creator wants you to be. And look for who he is. Find out more knowledge about who the creator is and who the creator wants you to be. And your life will change for the better. Your life will go in a direction that you never even thought it would go in. Listen, a lot of us having the blinders on, being inside of this spiritual warfare and not realizing sometimes that it is not neither one of the people who have the problem, but both. Again, I shall say, not realizing that it's not neither one of the people that has the problem, but both. Because both are being blinded and being used by the evil at the moment and not even knowing it, right? So if you don't know how to pull yourself from thinking evil and having evil thoughts, then the devil will always be able to just use you. The devil will always be able to just be like, yo, this person is open for me. This person leaves the door open for me. They like to be depressed. They like to be down. They like to be in a place where they want to do all this mischief, right? So you can't leave yourself open to that. You got to get closer to God. And the closer to God you get, the more happy you will be and the more at peace you will be, the more understanding and more knowledge you will have. So let me tell y'all this. Not only the more understanding and the more knowledge you will have, but again, if you really want to venture off into something and you want to make some money, all you got to do is ask God to be with you. God will take you anywhere, and as long as it's along the path that He has for you, He will make you the richest person in the world if that's what you want. That ain't nothing. Money is nothing. Money is a tool to be used. But God is everything. But let's get back to the topic. Let me finish reading. Where were we at here? So, too often people point out each other's flaws without checking their own. Matthew 7:3-4. Other times, both sides are spiritually blind, trapped by pride, pain, or the enemy's distraction. 2 Corinthians 4:4. Again, I told y'all that the enemy is always trying to distract you. He's always trying to use your pride against you. He's always trying to use your ego against you. He's always trying to tempt you to do something wrong. He's always trying to tell you that when you're doing something wrong, oh, no, it's okay, it's okay. You're not wrong for doing that. You're not wrong for feeling that. The enemy will always use those things against you. There's never going to be a time where the enemy's not going to use those things against you. And this is why we have to strengthen ourselves. This is why we have to talk to people who are enlightened. This is why we have to talk to people who have the same type of beliefs that we have. This is why we have to talk to people and get communication with people who actually can get an understanding of what we're going through, and a person who we can actually get an understanding of what they're going through. Listen, we all know that God is love. God told us God is love, right? So how is it okay for us to run around here talking about we all love God, but none of us are running around here talking about I love my brother or I love my sister? What? I say it again. We all know God is love, and everybody running around here talking about some, oh, I love God so much. But ain't none of y'all loving your brothers or your sisters, your family members, your friends. Who y'all loving on? Who y'all showing that y'all got to love like God? Who are y'all showing this to? Because if y'all the only people that feel it, then something ain't right. Yeah, if y'all the only people that feel it, then something ain't right. Dang it. It's all right, cookies. But yeah, so y'all got to figure this shit out, man. Y'all got to quit acting like y'all the most saved, most sanctified. Y'all got to quit acting like y'all the most unwrongdoing. Y'all got to quit acting like y'all like I'm perfect. Like, no, none of us are perfect. And again, you can't always blame your partner because your partner might be in the same position you in. If you in a position being blinded by the devil and they in a position being blinded by the devil as well, who gonna be the first one to pray and ask God to clear up the confusion? Because guess what? That's the only thing that's going to help you come to a clear vision and get clarity. If you're going to keep going back and forth with your mate over the same garbage, then it's no point asking God to help y'all through the situation. And this is what I mean with a lot of y'all. Like, a lot of y'all will get to a place with y'all mate, and before y'all go to asking God to help y'all with y'all mate, y'all are already being made the situation too bad. It'll be already all the way out of control. Y'all been called each other all type of bitches and hoes and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. So you done slapped the shit out of him. He done threw a cup at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all done made the situation where the shit done got out of control, so out of control that the neighbors want to call the police. The only reason they didn't is because they know who y'all is. They know ain't neither one of y'all hurt each other, but they know y'all done took this shit to a whole nother level as well. You understand? So, listen. Incorporate God into everything you do. We got to always remember that the person that we talking to on the other end of the phone, on the other end of our view, that person can be under a spiritual attack too. That person can can be going through some things just as well as we are. You know what I'm saying? So don't always be ready to go on the attack, but most times be ready to be able to say, you know what? You got it. We'll deal with this a different kind of way another day. You know what I'm saying? Because the devil will always have you in a place where you're ready to go and lose your life, where you're ready to throw your whole life away, and you will think it's right. Listen to me clearly. He'll have you in a place where you're ready to throw your whole life away, and you will think you're doing the right thing, and you're not. You are not. Trust me. God did not give you precious life for you to throw it away. Absolutely. You heard what I said. He did not give you precious life for you to throw it away. So always think clearly when you're going through a situation. Never give somebody else the control to put you in a situation where you can't come back from. You know what I'm saying? So again, we got to remember God is love, and he wants us all to love each other. So no matter how heated you get in the situation, y'all don't think God get mad at y'all? Let me ask y'all that. Y'all don't think God get mad at y'all? For real. For real. Let's just be honest. Let's just have an open-ass conversation. Do y'all think God gets mad at y'all? I want to know. Yes, no. Do y'all think God get mad at y'all? Do y'all think God get mad at y'all? I need to know. Y'all really need to. Y'all, Jesus Christ. Do y'all think God get mad at y'all? Ain't nobody said none of that shit. Y'all scared to answer that motherfucker. Y'all scared to answer that motherfucker, huh? Y'all motherfuckers scared to answer that shit. That's because a lot of y'all know y'all done did some fucked up shit. Listen, I done did some fucked up shit too, y'all. It's all right. It's all right. My nigga Pat, smoke gang shit for sure, Pat. And you are correct, brother. Yes, God does in fact get angry at us, but he uses grace and mercy not to take it out on us. And the only time he gets vengeance on us is when somebody does something to harm one of his children. Now, if we choose to get vengeance on our own, then he gonna punish us and leave us in the punishment that we going through for whatever happened. So let me explain what I'm saying. If somebody do something to you, right, it is not your place to go and get revenge on that person, right? Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. God will deal with it, right? But if you choose to take it into your own hands and say, nah, God, I'm going to deal with this one myself. Not only what happened to you are you going to suffer from that, but the consequences of you getting vengeance for yourself, you're going to suffer from that as well. Yeah, see, a lot of y'all don't know these things. A lot of y'all don't know these things, and this is why I be here to teach y'all every Friday, to give y'all this game. This is why I be here to give y'all this juice. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I love my people. I love y'all, and I don't want y'all to feel like there is no hope out here, because there is a lot of hope. God got us. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got to stop doing all this evil shit out here that y'all doing. A lot of y'all doing a bunch of evil-ass shit, and ain't none of that right. A bunch of y'all getting over on people, a bunch of y'all scamming and shit. Y'all just doing all type of wild shit. And it's bold. It's really not good. And I be wondering how you all be thinking that some of the things that y'all do is okay. Like, especially if we all going through something and we supposed to be trying to meet each other halfway, as they say. Like, for real, y'all not even meeting each other halfway. Y'all just fucking each other up and leaving that shit at that. Women out here telling lies on men out here telling lies on women. Everybody got a story for everybody else. Like, listen, eventually, all y'all gonna learn that all that bullshit that y'all was on with each other and everybody else in the world, God gonna come back. He gonna be like, nope. Because you was fucking over these people over here, and you thought that nobody know. And you was supposed to be close to me. You was supposed to be one of my children, and you knew better. And since you knew better and you didn't do better, you got to go with the rest of them. And then you're going to be like, well, what, God? Wait a minute. It ain't going to be no wait a minute. It's going to be like you knew better. Again, you know better. If you know better, you got to do better. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Ain't no in-betweens. If you know God, you got to do better. Because it don't stop. Like being better, getting better, and doing better, it don't stop. It never stops. You feel me? It's my last blunt, y'all. Yep, but if you know God, getting better never stops. You have to always keep getting better and keep doing better. You have to keep pushing and striving to be the best version of yourself so the people around you can know that you only going to accept the best versions of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know that you pushing for to be the best version of yourself. So they know in order to come around you, they going to have to be pushing forward being the best version of themselves as well. You see what I mean? Let's see where we leave off at. So what I'm telling you is clarity means ownership. Before blaming someone else, ask yourself, am I seeing myself clearly? And if neither of us can see, maybe it's time to step back and let God bring light into the situation. Right? So if you're having an argument with one of your best people, with one of your homies, one of your friends, your lover, your family member, whatever the case might be, if you are having an argument with this person and y'all can get no clarity, maybe it's time for y'all to step back and let God give y'all clarity on the situation. It may take a day or two. You know what I'm saying? Clarity may not come right this moment, but you will get clarity. God will give you the answer, especially if you both are praying and seeking the answer. So, the truth be told, God is always helping us, and we don't even notice it. He's always helping us. And, again, we get so far besides ourselves that we'll be stuck in the dark, basically. We'll be stuck in the dark and won't even know that we put ourselves in the dark. Because we'll be so strong-willed and strong-minded thinking that we're doing the right thing, right? And not knowing that the person that we so angry at right now, or the person that got us so frustrated and got us all off our rocker, this is the person that God has sent for us to help, and also to help us with our frustration and our anger and our patience. And all the things that we pray to him to help us with. You have to look at every situation through the eyes of, what if God put me here for this reason? You can't keep looking at situations through your own eyes and your own anger and your own emotions. You always have to look at every situation through, what is the purpose for this, Lord? I thank everybody for coming out, joining me on Smoking with the King this Friday. Each and every Friday we're here. 4:20 Eastern Time. I am King T, and this is Smoking with the King. And I definitely love all my followers, all my viewers, all my supporters, all my donators, all my endorsers. Listen, I love Smoke Gang. You hear me? Y'all my people. Y'all make a brother feel better than anybody y'all know. Smoke Gang. Y'all, we the best gang in the world, for real. You hear me? Smoke Gang! God bless everybody. I love y'all. We gone. And I'll see y'all next Friday, 4:20 Eastern Time. And yeah, we are out of here.